This latest storm is wreaking havoc on Bay Area roads. That and more coming up on Synced In. Hi guys, Ana San Juan here filling in for Abby. Let's get started. We're going to start out with a tragic story in the East Bay. A person died Friday after a roof collapsed at the Peet's Coffee Warehouse in Oakland. Now this happened super early in the morning, just after 3 a.m. Firefighters say a 30 by 30 foot section of the roof caved in and killed a man and injured a woman. The cause of the collapse is still unknown. Officials aren't sure if it was weather related and will continue their investigation. A spokesperson for Peet says employees are obviously shaken. Let's listen.
I think they're shocked right now. There's no other way to describe it. They're shocked, and people are trying to process just what happened.
Moving on now to this latest storm. As you've seen, it's hit the Bay Area pretty hard, and it's caused quite a bit of damage to our roads. We're talking about flooding, downed trees, and even landslides. Take a look here at Highway 101 in Gilroy. This is what it looked like, causing all the southbound lanes to shut down. Flooding also closed both directions of 580 in Oakland for most of the early morning commute. Now let's talk about fallen trees. 4 cars parked on Oak Street in San Francisco were damaged when a large tree came crashing down. Thankfully, no injuries were reported. And in the peninsula, a tree came down right on a Tesla along Highway 35. This happened on Thursday night. Officials said 2 people were in the car when it happened and they were expected to be okay. Moving on now to landslides. 2 highways connecting Santa Clara County with Santa Cruz County, 129 and 152, were shut down early Friday morning due to this. Now I know this was a lot, but there's more. Check out the storm-related problems tab on our homepage trending bar to stay up to date and plan ahead. Switching gears now, the go-to place for venture capitalists and startups to do business and keep their money is in big trouble. I'm talking about Silicon Valley Bank. It's based in Santa Clara and has been around for 40 years. Well, on Friday, federal regulators seized it after a run with depositors. Here's NBC Bay Area Scott McGrew to explain.
Now, this stemmed from an unusual series of events. Yesterday, the bank made a sudden announcement that it would raise more money to strengthen its balance sheet. And that led a lot of depositors to ask, now, hold on, why is the bank where my money is worried about how much money it has? The bank's liquidity was fine, according to public financial statements, but these sorts of things are more psychological than financial. The more you reassure people things are fine, the more they worry they're not.
The fallout of Silicon Valley Bank is being called the biggest banking failure since the 2008 global economic crisis. All right, guys, that's all I have for you today. But before I let you go, I want to remind you that this Sunday is the beginning of daylight saving time. So make sure you turn those clocks forward 1 hour at 2 a.m. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me this week. Have a great weekend.